Broadway beats. Broadway. Broadway beats.
Everybody's tapping into everything that's happening on Broadway beats. Broadway beats. Broadway beats.
Broadway beats.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway Beat. The Gershwins' Porgy and Bess has come to Broadway with a glorious new production directed by Diane Paulus, starring four-time Tony Award winner Audra McDonald, Norm Lewis, and David Alan Grier. And I'm here on opening night to celebrate with the company.
You know, when you work on great material, there's nothing better just to immerse yourself in the score of George Gershwin and the lyrics of Ira Gershwin and DuBose Hayward, and looking back at all the sources, the novel and the play, and then to encounter such great actors and have their creative input, and to, you know, wrestle every moment to the mat in terms of what is real, what is truthful, what is authentic, how to tell the story, how to make this love story between Porgy and Bess as powerful and real as we can. It's been a total joy, a total roll up your sleeves, let's get in it and make great work.
I gotta say, it was never daunting. I always felt like I was, you know, capable, called to the project. It's a beautiful project, so in the face of a beautiful project, you just feel ready. You feel nothing. I felt nothing but ready, and just very blessed to be working on this beautiful project.
Can you sum up your favorite part of the whole experience? What would that be?
Oh, well, it's actually, my favorite part of the experience is now what happens on stage. I mean, so I have favorite parts of the show when Audra reprises Summertime so Bess is reprising Summertime while Norm as Porgy prepares for a murder. The intersection of those two moments is one of my favorite moments, and it's a new moment because it's part of our production, you know, so it's very, very beautiful. Or when Porgy is waiting for her to come home and he has his new brace and his cane and he's waiting on the dock and she's with another man, and that's new to our production, and I'm just so proud of us. I'm proud of everybody tonight.
If I meet Mr. Hurricane and a hurricane tells me no, what you gonna do, Jake? I take old Mr. Hurricane by the pants and I throw him in the jailhouse door. Man, you crazy. It takes a long pull to get there. It takes a long pull to get there. It takes a long pull to get there, but we're anchored in the promised land. In the promised land.
Well, the role I'm playing, Jake, is very much a family man. He's concentrated on bringing his child, making sure his child goes to college. He's always thinking about the future. He puts his wife first. And that's kind of actually where I am in my life right now. I mean, I recently got engaged, and he's what I want to be. You know, I'm thinking about these things now. I'm thinking about the future, and he's kind of the hope of Catfish Row, so it's nice to be able to portray that.
And just what you love about, you know, this Gershwin musical.
Well, the music is phenomenal, and that really keeps it feels like you're not working when you're singing this music. But the commitment of this ensemble to each moment of the show makes it feel so authentic to the time period. And since we've had this time in Boston to kind of really bring that together, we feel like it's really strong and it's gelling. And it's culminating right here, right now at the Richard Rodgers. It's an amazing feeling.
Well, needless to say, I love everything about this material. The history, the songs, the words, the story has all been great. My character is Mariah, and she is sort of the earth mother, if you will, of the community. So I get hands-on everybody. I get to affect the community, if you will, which is always a great position to be in and play. So I am touching almost every character on the stage, whether I'm telling them what to do, telling them off, giving them a hand, loving them, loaning them money, whatever the deal is, Mariah gets to effect change in this show. She's in love with love, and so telling that story every night has been exquisite for me.
The role of Crown is very different from my normal personality, but I absolutely love it. You know, to think of the first time I saw the album cover of Porgy and Bess with Leontine Price and William Warfield on it. And that day I decided I want to be a singer. And so I started singing, only to find out that I was tone deaf until my voice changed. But I kept singing. You can ask all of my sisters and brothers, they used to say, "Mama, would you please tell Phillip to shut up?" My sister Deborah, "Please, Mama, he's driving me crazy." And then to be making my Broadway debut in this wonderful American, truly American masterpiece, Porgy and Bess, it's amazing.
You deserve everything that comes your way. Congratulations.
Thank you so very much. So good to see you again.
Always a pleasure.
I'm sorry
Thanks,
I frightened you.
In a good way.
There's a boat that's leaving soon for New York. Come with me, that's where you belong. Sister, that's where you belong. Come on, Beth.
Wow, I play Sportin Life, who's a drug dealer and a pimp. I've never seen the opera. Like most people, you think you saw it. Oh, I think I know what that's about. I mean, I knew the libretto, but which was great for me because I came with no preconceived ideas about the role. I didn't come thinking, oh, I'll play it like this or like that. You know, I heard the music, I listened to the music, I listened to the opera, but I didn't see it. So I didn't have an imprint in my head. So what I heard the most from the opera heads, you know, in the cast were like, we've never seen a Sporting Life like this. So the first 2 weeks I was like, is that good or is that, I've never seen a guy like that in a suit. I'm like, what? Okay. But it was good. It was good to hear from them. So it's great. I have fresh head. I just come to it from that, only using the information that George Gershwin, DuBose Hayward provided and trying to find a reality in that.
Yes, I play Clara, and I get to sing Summertime, which is really amazing for me because it's one of the first songs that I learned when I was younger. And some of my friends from high school have come to see the show, and they're like, I can't believe I'm watching you sing this on Broadway right now because, you know, in 9th grade I sang it for like the school music competition, and now here I am getting to do it every night. It's a dream come true.
And just working on this show, what it's meant to you, working with this cast, with Diane Paulus?
Diane's amazing. She's such a great collaborator, and she just really, you know, whenever you want to talk to her about anything, any issue you have with your character, anything with the show, she's just so open and generous. Her and Susan Laurie and Deirdre and all the creative team was just so collaborative, and it was really nice, especially working on a piece like this. Audra McDonald is a legend, and she's been an idol of mine forever. So to share the stage with her is absolutely unbelievable. Every night I still can't believe it that I'm up there with her.
From this minute I'm telling you, I keep this phone in my
Well, you know, like you said, it's an iconic piece. This music speaks for itself. It's just amazing. I've always loved singing it in concert. Never thought I'd be able to play Porgy because it's always been in an opera house. But, you know, when they decided to bring it to Broadway and they were asking me to come in, I was just blown away. And this journey's been just great because, you know, we've had some ups and we've had some downs, and we finally made it to this point. And I just hope we continue to do it on this ride for a long time.
Talk about your leading lady.
Yeah, well, Audra McDonald, she's got a future. She's somebody to look out for us. You know, she's amazing. I've said this before. She's someone who makes me a better actor. She is so giving and so caring. But the thing about her is that she's already on that train, and if you don't catch that train, you're going to miss it. So I'm just, you know, glad to be on board.
Talk about working with Diane, because she's directed this as a play and a musical, and it blends together so beautifully.
Yeah, she made each character in the show do a backstory, and we did a presentation for each other so we can kind of become a sense of a community and know, like, I have a cousin in the show that I didn't know I had, you know, it's things like that. So now it gives us, you know, we call each other, even if they don't have their name in the playbill as a character, we give them a name, and so it just kind of helps with presenting the whole subtext of the show and just bringing truth and honesty to this whole thing. So it's been great.
Were there any challenges for you with this role that you had to work through?
Physical challenges, yeah. We had to learn how to, you know, make sure that we wanted to be authentically crippled. You know, we wanted to show that because we brought him up from the cart and brought him on his feet, but we didn't want him just to have a bum leg. We wanted him to just be crippled from it, whether it be polio or from, you know, whatever it is. And hopefully it came across that way. You know, the challenges, there have been other challenges in making sure that we tell the truth of the story, also keeping the original thought that George and Ira had and DuBose Haywood, and making sure that storyline is also, I don't know, we're trying to make an amalgam of all of that, bringing out the truth of the subtext that we wanted to bring to it, and also keeping the traditional way that it's been told over the years.
You're gonna go about your business singing, 'cause you got Porgy, you got your man.
It was one of those things where, you know, Susan Laurie and Diane, you know, when they first approached me, they had many ideas, and but then once we got into the rehearsal space, they had their ideas and we followed them, but they were very collaborative and they listened to all of us. Diane had everybody make a character, all the ensemble, everybody, we know who everybody is in Catfish Row. Everybody has a name, everybody has something that they do, everything stayed collaborative the entire time. So if something didn't feel right, we'd say, oh, this doesn't quite feel right, and we'd go back to the book. In the end, we would always go back to the book. What originally came out of DuBose Hayward's head? And we would always go back to the book, which is why, you know, certain things that we added, like, you know, the scene where Serena tries to take the baby from Bess and she says no. Claire, you know, that's right out of the book. The scar, a lot of people keep saying, why do you have that scar? I'm like, because DuBose Hayward wrote it. And he describes it many times in the book, you know, saying that it pulses and gets livid when she sees Crown on the island, and that when the cops see her, they say, well, she does look familiar, even with the scar, but it's hard to tell. You know, those kind of things. We went right back to the book for all that inspiration.
So I read the book growing up, so I loved all those touches that were added.
Oh, and they were, I mean, it was like gold for me. It was like manna. It was like, oh, anytime you can get any more information about a character, you want it. You want it, you know. I mean, it just helps you to sort of layer as much as you can.
That was great score, and your leading man.
Who? Oh my God, Norm. I've known Norm for 2 decades, and to get a chance to finally work with him on a regular basis. We've done concerts and stuff together, and we've been friends forever, but it's hard to talk about. I love him so much, and falling in love with him every night, and singing with him, and leaning on him, and carrying him, and him carrying me, and leaning on me. It's just, It's a dream come true.
And the audience, it was so diversified. There were kids there the other day. There was every nationality and race and age, and it must be great for you.
It is, and it's a tribute to the piece. It's a tribute to how iconic, Porgy and Bess is. It's, and there were, years and years ago, I think there was someone who said about Porgy and Bess, oh God, who's going to want to see it? It's written by Jews about blacks, and it's an opera. Nobody's going to want to come, and I just think its staying power is that it is such beautiful music, such a glorious story, and real heart and passion at the center of it, And so it's wonderful to see all the different, races and ages every night. It's thrilling for us.